Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Budiawan and welcome to Sentosa Island here in Singapore. We're at the beach and we're just trying to find some nice photographs here while relaxing. And yeah, this is part of my everyday photography vlog, and you can check out the other vlogs right here. But anyway, today I'm using just my simple travel camera setup, which is the Panasonic Lumix G85 together with some lenses. Today I want to focus more on the Olympus 45mm f1.8 and also the Panasonic Lumix 20mm f1.7. I also brought with me the Panasonic Lumix 14mm f2.5 and Laowa 7.5mm f2. We'll see what we can capture today. Later on we'll probably also head down to the aquarium and try to photograph some fish and other sea life right there. Anyway, let's try to take some pictures. Alright, so we're at the beach here in Sentosa Island in Singapore. I'm trying to find some conversations. It's a little bit difficult because you know, the scenery is kind of bland and there's no really point of interest, but we're still gonna try to take some good conversations. I'm thinking about those, you know, a shipyard area right there on the front, as you can see, and I'm going to use the 45mm f1.8 lens to capture that. So this lens, I'm going to set it to f4 aperture priority or maybe a 5.6 auto ISO, and right away this is the composition that I'm interested in. Okay, I'm going to focus on the shipyard right there using this part of the thing right there on the ocean. I don't know what's the name for, sort of an anchor point and point of interest. I'm going to focus there on the shipyard, horizontal composition, take the shot. Something like that, very simple. It's not really complicated. I like the addition of a little bit of that tree area on the right there. So I want to try to take a portrait of my wife in this beach. I think it'll look nice. We have the trees behind and also the ocean and the rolling waves. Still with the Olympus 45mm, something like this. Yes, nice. Just a simple vertical portrait with the trees as sort of a background. 1, 2, 3. Nice, with the waves crashing. That looks kind of cool. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Waiting for the waves. Alright, cool. Let's do horizontal ones. And I'm gonna raise the camera just a little bit to showcase that we're in the beach. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. One more. I'm going to go a little bit closer. f2 aperture priority. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Alright, so I found another nice spot. I found those little shipyard area and I found a nice foreground of interest, this rock formation and the trees on the left and on the right to help frame the ships and the shipyard right there. Still with the Olympus 45mm f1.8. Let's try to capture the shot. Something like this. I would probably crop the image later in post-processing, but for now this is the composition that I want. Again, f4 aperture priority. Take the shot. Let's stop down a little bit to 5.6, get more depth of field. We have really high shutter speed, so it's not a problem at all. Let's try to capture the shot. Yeah, looks nice. Looks nice. And right there we can see more ships and also this rock formation looks kind of nice. I want to use the rock as sort of a foreground for those ships on the right and also on the left. Let's try. Still with the 45mm f1.8. I'm at f5.6 aperture priority. We get pretty high shutter speed and I would like to capture it like this. Horizontal composition feels very balanced. This is just like adjusting the balance of the composition carefully until it feels okay in terms of balance. It's not tilted to the side of the image. There's a motorboat coming. I want to try to include it on the frame. Nice. We have 2 motorboats. And now let's try vertical composition. I don't know if it will work or not, but we just have to try. Something like this maybe. A little bit more empty space on the bottom. Maybe wait for the wave to crash by and make that nice kind of wave crashing effect if possible. Yep, something like this. Alright, I wanna try to take one more portrait of my wife, and still with the 45mm. Today I'm using this lens a lot. I like how small it is, and it's a medium telephoto with large aperture, and just nice for actually portrait and distant landscape, things like that. Alright, let's try to capture my wife. 1, 2, 3. This is f2. I think I'm gonna try to switch to that scenery right there, because there are other people and I just think this is a different kind of scenery. Alright, f2, aperture priority. 1, 2, 3. Nice. One more. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do horizontal. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. I'm gonna step back just a little bit. Okay, take your time. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Really nice. I'm going to do portrait this time. Let's try to find another cool background, something like this. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Next, we headed for the aquarium in Sentosa, and I switched to my 20mm f1.7 lens. It was a wonderful aquarium, plenty of amazing aquatic creatures with different colors and textures. They were very pleasing to my eyes. At first, I noticed that my camera setting wasn't properly set. I set the camera to aperture priority with auto ISO, and it tended to select slower shutter speed in favor for lower ISO to get lower noise basically. And that is a good setting for normal everyday photography, but with moving fish and marine animals, you'll just get blurry photos no matter what. The creatures were always moving, so I need higher shutter speed. That's when I switched to shutter priority, and right away I started to get proper results. The photos are no longer blurry. I set the shutter speed to about 200 or so, quite high, and the camera struggled to get enough light to compensate for that. So many of the images are actually at ISO 3200, which is actually quite high for micro four thirds. Furthermore, the colors of the lights that were used in the aquarium were all over the place, so white balance is another issue that I have to tackle. Luckily, I shot my pictures raw, so later on I could mitigate the noise issue as well as the color issue with just a few clicks. Anyway, if you visited Singapore, a trip to Sentosa Island, especially to the aquarium, is always recommended.
Today's video. Hopefully this has been interesting, inspiring and fun, makes you want to take some pictures and go outside. Anyway, please let me know which one is your favorite picture on the comment down below. Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel. And if you want to support my channel even further, consider using the affiliate links on the description below. Purchase my travel photography ebook also on the description below, or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.